Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes, all the product I'm using and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to help support my channel. There is a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. You can also share your work that you've done over on that group. There's my email address if you have any questions or would like to see something made on this channel. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me grow in YouTube world. Today, I brought out gallery blooms. Again, I told you there's so many different avenues you can take with this set. There's just, I just keep on, I do one card and I come up with 2 more ideas. So we'll be probably seeing it a few more times. I'll try to put a little more space in between. But today we're going to pair gallery blooms with Unbounded Love and the textured note dies. These guys, these are an online exclusive and they are so gorgeous. So what we are making today, this is the envelope and this is the card. Just like that. Very pretty card. So let's get started. So we need to do some stamping. So I'm going to show you what I have done. I have already die cut my piece. Got some tape on it there. This is the piece that I used from here, and it is the 3rd one from the inside. It's this one right here, 3rd one in. For counting from the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5th from the outside, 3rd from the inside. But you could use any of these you wanted. If your sentiment was really smaller and you wanted to go smaller, you could, or you could go bigger. That's what's nice about this. You could use any, and you don't have to use these. You could use any shape you wanted, actually. So, I've got that. We are going to need our card base because we are going to be stamping directly on our card base. This is Strawberry Slush. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I'm going to need a piece of white for the inside. That is 5 1/4 by 4. Of course, we need our envelope. And we need a few pieces of scrap paper. I just grabbed pieces, cut off that for different things. Enough to do 4 of these. So roughly probably a 1/4 sheet, or like I said, just grab hunches of scrap that you have laying around, because that's what I did. So let's get stamping. We're going to start with the flowers first. I'm going to do that in Memento, and the reason I'm doing that first is I want that Memento to sit for a couple minutes and dry so it doesn't bleed on me. And I'm only going to do 1. You're going to need to do 4 of these, but I'm only going to show you 1 because I didn't think you needed to watch me color all of them. Press that down nice and firm. There's our beautiful flower. So you need 4 of those. And that is all the black on this. So set that off to dry. Next, we need to do our envelope and the inside of our card. Make sure. And I'm using this one here. That's this flower right here. So it's this one and this one we're using. And I'm going to use Strawberry Slush. That's the other color we're using. And I'm going to take this one. Oh, we're going to do the envelope first. I'm going down part way on this one. I'm not going to go the full. So this is our envelope. Just a little cluster there on the envelope. This is the inside of our card, and I'm going to just go the full width across this way. And then we're going to do some tone on tone. And I want to keep everything going this direction. I'm going to show you how I do that. And I put my hand in the middle of the Strawberry Slush. Just a second. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple on the sides here. And then I'm going to put a couple across the bottom. Like that. Oh, not too good, but that's okay. Most of that's going to be covered. Now, the top part, you want to get this, and I forgot to, oh, I use this. You need a piece of scratch paper. Something you don't care if it gets ink on. And just come in here. And I'm making them different heights. Now I'm going to come in here and just do a little clump off to the corner here. Now I'm going to come back down here and put a couple down lower. Just do this until you are satisfied that you've got this covered. I'm going at an angle on this one. If they overlap a little bit, it's okay. I think that will work for me. I did make quite a mess on this, so I'm going to wipe this one off before I stick my hands in the middle of it, because I did get quite a bit of ink on that. I can be quite a messy stamper sometimes. I'd recommend always having your Stampin' Scrub or your chamois or something around to clean off your blocks. And this is a brand new stamp pad, and it's quite juicy. Okay, so we're not done with this yet. We need our front of our inside of our card again. And inside we're going to say, may all your wishes, or may all your wishes come true, yeah. And I'm going to put that across the top here. Just like that. One last thing to stamp, and that is inside of here. And we're using Happy Birthday. And I want to get this as centered as possible and try not to keep my head in the camera. Pretty good. So that's all the stamping. Now it's time to do some coloring. Excuse me one moment, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, I'm always drinking tea. Okay, colors. We are using light and dark bubble bath. We are using light Strawberry Slush and light and dark Granny Apple Green. That's it. And we are going to start with the light bubble bath. And let me move this in a little bit, see if I can. Hang on here. Trying to move this in. I had to had to jerry rig my stand. It busted on me. And so it's a little harder to turn. So I'm taking the light bubble bath first. And I'm just going over just the flowers. I'm not pressing hard. If I miss a spot, I'm not worrying about it. I'm skipping from one flower to the other. It doesn't matter. Not worrying about the center at all. If you get some in there, or if you get a little on the leaf, don't worry about it. But we're going with just a little bit of this. So that's the light. And then we're going to come in, and I'm going to use the bullet tip on the Strawberry Slush. And I'm doing the center. Then all these lovely striations, and I am doing this very lightly, guys. This is a brand new pen. It's Just like the ink pad, it is extremely juicy. Now, I tried to use the dark on here and made the flower way too dark for me. I tried some different color combinations to get the look I wanted. But you play around and get the look you want. That looks about right. So just adding some styrations in there. And then I'm going to take dark bubble bath. And you're going to scream now because I'm going to put the dark bubble bath into the Strawberry Slush. No, it will not ruin your pen. And I'm just going to start blending this all together. I'm blending all three colors to one. Now you could start with the dark bubble bath, but the problem was with the dark bubble bath and going back over with dark bubble bath, it made the flower too dark for me. I was trying to keep it that lighter shades of pink. But, you know, if you want to do the other colors, you know, play around. So that's that one. And no, it doesn't hurt your bubble bath, see? Now this one, and I would recommend if you're going to do this, do one at a time. Don't try to do all the light pink. And by the time you come back to this one, your ink's going to dry too much for you to get good blending. So do one at a time. But it doesn't take that long. I did 8 of them in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to take the light granny apple green. Now, unlike this one, I'm not going to do any major blending with this. I am just going to put in the granny apple green, and then I'm going to put a few highlights with the darker. Or if you want to do the highlights, you can, but whatever you decide to do, you should do it on all 4 flower bouquets so they look the same, because it does give you a slightly different look. Like I said, I am not the great colorist. I'm just adding a little bit of dark in here. Just a little definition. The black's already there, so that adds a lot. I'm just going along the side a little bit of that black. And if you wanted to blend it in, you could, but I chose not to. Just like that. And that's the coloring. It's pretty simple. Do this 4 times. And then, of course, there is a die to cut it out. So let's see if I can get this camera back now. There. Because through the power of television and coloring last night, we have our 4 flowers all done. Like that. Looks just like that one. And if you did a circle, you may need 5. I mean, you could do a circle with these. You could do a different shape. You could do the hexagon. You might need 5. So play around. So let's go ahead and start building this card up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the inside in first. And then remember how I put this card together. I did it the other day. You know, I've been waiting. This bottle of glue, I keep on thinking it's going to die on me. But it keeps on surviving. And it's still with me. One of these days it will kick up. May even still be today. Especially if I start throwing things everywhere. Just a moment, everybody. I have glue all over my fingers, all over the desk. And now I have paper towels stuck to my fingers. Hang on, I'm going to get this stuck down and then I got to clean myself off. Because now I have tissue on my fingers. Just one moment. Oh, my sister left a few minutes ago. She says, don't make any mistakes now. She didn't tell me I was going to stick myself to everything. Hang on here. Sorry for the delay. But you know, sometimes you just make a mess and you got to clean up. And you know what? I think it's good to make messes. Okay. Now there's a couple sticky places there, and I will come back with a little eraser and take those off later, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So what I'm going to do next is I am putting the happy birthday in, and the happy birthday is not getting raised up. It's going to go right in the center of this. So I'm going to use my grid again. Figure out how many squares I have across. There's 5. Need 4.5 going up. And about 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right about there is where I want it. I'm just counting squares. There. That's close enough. Okay. I'll leave that open. We're going to need it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is start putting these on now. And I'm going to put this corner on first and then this one. I'm doing opposite corners. I'll show you why I did that. So this first one, I'm going to put one up in the corner here. I'll show you. I'll lift this up. One on this corner and one on this corner. So I'm going to do 2 of these just like this one. So I got one here, here, and here. So we got those 2. You know, that was supposed to be raised up. Oh well, we'll do it this way. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just sort of go in here and not too far, sort of eyeball where you're at and go in. You can raise this part up if you want. I did on the first one. I didn't on this one. I wanted to see what it looked like separate. I don't see where it's going to make that much difference. And then we'll put this one in and try to be even about your placement of these. That looks pretty good. So now these, when we come in to put these on, we're going to put a flat we're going to put one here and one here, but nothing on this one. We'll put a little glue there. So one there, and a little bit of glue. And then I just want these 2 sort of line up, so sort of square here. They're overlapping. This does not come together here. It does help if you take off the backs off your dimensionals. Try to line that up a little bit there. So we're framing that. This one, it's going to be this side again. No dimensional here and here. Like I said, if you're doing another shape, your placement may be different. You know, you could do this with the deck of rectangles too. I know all of you guys got them. And like me, you'll probably never let them go. I'm overlapping this one. So I'm leaving the small gaps here. Just like that. Okay. Then we need a bow. Oh dear. Just one moment. I had my bow here in my, just a moment ago. And I know there's no cats. Just one second. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is the it's called Pack Your Bags Triple Twine Pack, and it has Strawberry Slush in it. And I am just picking up a glue dot. I made a little double bow. And I'm just going to tuck it right in here. Right in here like this. And then for my bling, I decided to use the In Color Flat Pearls. And this is the Strawberry Slush. I'm going to put one here, one here, and one there. So this centerpiece you can raise up or not. It's whatever you choose to do. I have this one down. I actually sort of like it better. So you do have a lot of depth in that one. But that's my card for today. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a try. Like I said, this particular bundle is got so many different options, and things just keep on popping in my head what to do with it. I'll try to make another stamp set pop into my head for a while. Okay, everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.